big storm forced me to return back to land after attempting to sail from Norway to Lindisfarne in England. The next day, after repairing some blown-out battens in the mainsail, the weather reports were decent enough to give it another go. The 327 nautical miles sail across the North Sea had its fair share of challenges all lined up, just waiting for me to come.
Take 2, Haugesund, Lindesfarne. First was a storm, now it's gonna be headwinds almost all the way, but minus the storm. So I think we're good. You're tired. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and that's just way too early for this early bird.
Happy birthday!
Yes, it's my birthday, thank you. So I'm leaving on my birthday. I will. Son? Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, Tiger, you ready to go to work on your spot on the pole here? I need an extra lookout. And remember, there's no plan B.
There's no plan B at all. You try until you find a way to get to where you want.
Back on it again. Round 2, Haugesund, Lindisfarne. We survived a little storm on the last video and it's time to make another try. No plan B, always plan A. And once again we'll go out and to starboard towards Lindisfarne and there will be a lot of headwinds, I'm afraid. But I've installed my storm sail, so if the wind picks up and something crazy happens, I'm ready with the storm sail. So once again, let's see what King Neptune has in store for us.
The ocean were calm as I headed out into the blue. I had one last chance tacking my way in headwinds across the North Sea before the next big storm set in.
So that's us on our way, bow straight to Lindisfarne. But I want to change the hydrovane wind vane, this one. This is very tall. It's made for strong winds but not storms, so I will take another one on. So this one is shorter and we can adjust it up and down according to the wind strength. So strong winds, light winds. Search and rescue now know about my plans. So now we are getting some miles offshore now and weather is just amazing out here. It's just to enjoy the last hours of this. 5 o'clock I think, the wind is starting to come on onto my bow, 17 knots. So that's going to build some waves and then we are going to start the pounding against the wind and waves. But let's see what's to come. Exciting.
The wind seemed to be absent, although it should be here by now. I topped the main tank in case the calm was going to last, but suddenly things changed.
Alright, so the time is 17:24 and we are 30 miles off the coast now of Norway. And the wind is picking up as the weather reports stated. 11-12 knots now and I think it's time to pull out the head sail, get some speed and kill the engine.
The North Sea revealed its good side so far. This was far from the reality only 24 hours before.
This is actually also the place I turned around in the storm on my first attempt reaching Lindisfarne. I think we're returning to home.
It's almost unbelievable how much the ocean can change in just a few hours. It was a bit early to pop the champagne. We had many more miles to go.
Let's keep the course and figure out a way to go. And with the sails hoisted and full speed ahead, let's take a look at the kind sponsor of this video, Saily, and I'll see you soon. So when I'm traveling around with Tessie to new countries, the first thing I check for is to see if I can find connection, 5G connection for my phone. And bringing my Norwegian subscription to another country can often be very expensive. So then I have to walk around to find a store selling SIM cards with suitable data plans. And that takes a lot of time, but that's where Saily come in.
Saily provides flexible data plans in 200 destinations.
With Saily you can just stay at your boat, you can download the app and choose a suitable data plan straight out of the app.
And the eSIM will activate automatically at arrival. When abroad, you might connect to a slow public network. With a data plan, you're ensured a safe connection without taking risks connecting to unknown networks.
I've been using it for a lot of locations now and it works every time.
Features like ad blocker and web protection can easily be switched on to avoid annoying ads and malware websites.
So download the Saily app, use code Erik Aanderaa at checkout to get a 15% discount on Saily. Now let's head back to the North Sea and see what's going on there. So, it's my birthday today, number 43. And Silja said she was giving me a present and here it is. What have you done now, Silja? That's exactly my style. Oh my god, my favorite snack. Milk chocolate muffin. Snickers. Bag of candy. Oh, that is amazing. Tusen takk, vennen. Stappfullt i lakris. I'm gonna get fat on this trip. I love it. Tusen takk, Silja. Ser deg i Lindesfarne snart. Veldig glad i deg. Elsker deg. I love this. I'm bathing in candy, but there's a boat coming here. And he's getting close, but he's got a CPA of 0.3 nautical miles, so he's going way clear of me. He's way over there, far away. I think we are a little bit overpowered, 20 knots on the side now, and she's healing a bit, and the autopilot is working a bit. Let's roll in some Genoa again.
It's an exaggerating feeling, tightening the sails once the wind occurs, and just let Tessie pick up speed farther and farther away from the coast, time and stress.
Yeah, so the wind is here, but we're going straight to Lindisfarne still, and I'm just looking around, listening to sounds, seeing that everything is good before I can come down a little bit. So this is us now, wind that way, and later on it will turn like that, straight against. So we'll go westwards and then southwards, and yeah. My buddies.
In between the action I try to take a rest, but usually it doesn't take long before a new happening needs some attention.
Snapshackle loosened from the chip sail on the bow. I need to go downwind to catch it, to get it back on deck. Let's make this quick. There it is. So it came loose. Started to get used to these faulty weather reports now. You just gotta take what's coming in the North Sea here. Another day at the office. So I'm just sitting here being lazy. I'm watching my screens and see what's going on outside. It's a little rainy and wet outside, 20 knots wind, and we're starting to have the wind against us, so I'm going more and more westwards now. But it's exciting to have to tack across 300 nautical miles of North Sea. I've never done that before. I've always been a straight line over. I have a magic button for a new bow light. So if I switch that on, stroll bow light, you can actually see a little bit of the waves, what's going on in front of us. Sails are looking good. So foresail is shaking a little bit because it's hard to get a good shape on the foresail on a roller sail when you're going upwind. So it is what it is.
The waves started washing across the boat, which again created a well-known issue.
And I have the usual water in the bilge here coming up. Let's try to get rid of that water.
The water most likely comes in through my leaky windows and the many true deck bolts holding the rail. With time, the water finds its way along the sides down to the bilge.
Good enough.
The following morning, a pleasant surprise reminded me I was not at all alone out here.
Beautiful dolphins waking me up this morning. And the dolphins are still chasing me after 2 hours.
Winds were now straight against me, pushing my course more and more northwards.
I'm heading to Shetland now with this thing. I will try to tack the boat to see what our other course can be, where it's gonna put us.
Having the inner forestay set on the bow, it's inconvenient to tack the boat into the wind. I rather go around downwind and back up against the wind on the new tack. But the steep waves were now pounding directly against me, creating another issue.
I can't seem to get any speed on the boat on this tack. We're crashing into the waves. It slows the boat down. 4.5 knots. Let's give it a couple of hours. So, to pick up some height towards the wind, I decided to take in the foresail and start the engine. And we're doing 5 knots about, plus minus. And we're doing it, we can go 20 degrees more into the wind and still keep the same speed. So with pure sailing, I'm struggling to keep height with my rigging because I can't pull the Genoa into the center of the boat because of the Genoa tracks is out with the shrouds. I think this, I'm going to try this. It's at least we are picking up more height and hopefully shorten the distance to Lindisfarne.
With the new course set southwards, we had no other choice than beating our way through the elements. At least we maintained a fair speed.
It's a long way upwind. Jeez.
For 13 hours we kept pounding southwards, all the way until late evening.
So just 10 minutes ago back here I attacked the boat again. We came from here and now to here, and Lindisfarne is here. The strange weather reports, the latest one states that the wind will come from here about in a couple of hours, making me able to sail straight to Lindesfarne, 160 miles away.
my big surprise, 2 hours later, the weather reports were now correct.
So we are definitely sailing again, and we are doing 7 knots straight to Lindisfarne. How about that? Let's check it out. Wow, it's crazy going from headwinds for 2 days to this in just a few seconds. 22 knots straight on the beam, starboard beam. Tessie is loving it. It's not too far left now. Let's celebrate this with a little piece of chocolate. It's so good. So now it's time to take a nap. 10-15 minutes. I'll take my phone on for the alarm, but I also watch all the outside environments on my screens. Radar, CAI, thermal camera and the chart plotter. So that way I have pretty good control of what's happening outside and around me. Yeah, so let's try to get some rest and see what tomorrow brings. Exciting. Just passed the VW Catcher behind there, big tanker or production ship or some kind. Maybe you've been there. So it's a beautiful morning. Time is 7:01 and we have just under 100 miles to go to Lindisfarne. And the wind is still perfectly on our side, 20 knots. And we just have to enjoy it for as long as we can. There will be some wind changes later. But that's that. I'm enjoying every hour I can get out of this sailing. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful just to slide along like this, hour after hour, just enjoying life. No commitments or responsibilities out here other than keeping the boat on the course and yourself safe. That's it. It's a beautiful, simple life. I'm eating something called polar bread with brown cheese. Simple and really good.
Again, the wind dropped. To maintain speed, I had to start motoring. An updated weather report stated the strong gale to develop already the next hours. With no time to lose, I wanted to reach as far and quick as possible towards land. I did not want to enter Lindisfarne in complete dark in gale force.
So now we just need to motor ourselves towards the wind.
But anyway, in this business, you have to take what is handed to you.
So again, let's see what happens. It's just to plow on.
Life on board went on as usual, which is mainly eating and dishwashing. Tessie and Tiger did their best to maintain speed to close into the shore of England. Soon enough, a big low pressure was about to hit.
The wind is back, so I think it's time to get out there and roll out that Genoa again. Wow, that's fresh. Okay, let's go. We're flying. Wow. 4 knots now on the nose, but we can almost keep our bow to Lindisfarne. It's a little bit on the north side, a little bit off. So now it's 19:30 and 2 o'clock tonight we're gonna arrive Lindisfarne like the Vikings did 1,000 years ago. It's amazing to sail in their wake, and I can't wait to see what they have seen. Dude, 6-7 knots all the way now. Perfect entrance to England.
With full speed ahead, we were about to enter our destination, being left out in the dark on a windy night.
I have my radar and chart plotter and everything, so I think we're gonna manage. But yeah, bring it on. So what better way to celebrate this arrival in England than using a Reykjavik distillery to salute me, the captain, Tessie, and the Lord Sea. So one for the captain, and one for Tessie, and one for the Lord Sea. There we go. Little one for Norway and England. Oh, good girl. Let's go, Tessie. Here we go. 25, 6, 7 knots on the nose. The last 12 nautical miles. Alright, let's go out and check. Wow. She seemed to take a pretty good steering. She's not using too much rudder on autopilot, so. But we're not in yet. From land now, some kind of mast with lights on. Just incredible. Wow, we're here. Let's dress up. I want to take the mainsail down. It's way too much. It's 30 knots out there now. Enjoy calm waters now. We have to love this. We can't do it.
I took down the sails to motor the last miles through a narrow, shallow buoyed channel to reach the anchorage. I've been warned about a vast amount of lobster pots in this area, which got me a bit stressed.
So I've taken in the sails and I'm on my way into the holy island, Lindisfarne. Time is 02:50 and it's 20 knots headwinds with some swells, so it doesn't go more than 3 knots. But it's really tight here and it's low water. And it's pitch black, I can't see anything. I only have my flashlight and my bow light. I'm gonna admit that I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm considering wait it out until daylight in 2-3 hours, but yeah, I'm gonna approach and see how it feels, at least.
I carried on upwind until I suddenly noticed Tessie was slowly losing speed. At last she came to a full stop. We were caught in a lobster pot. The strong 25-knot wind turned her around, stern into the wind. Angry waves were now smashing into the stern. Seawater flooded the diesel heater's exhaust pipe, instantly blacking out the heater. I had to come up with something quick. I had lost my boatman hook offshore during the trip, and my self-made pole and knife was too short and the knife way too dull.
Can't reach it with actually reach it.
Luckily, I found some better tools to do the job.
I hope I'm free. This did a trick. A big bread knife. So next now is to spin the propeller. I hope I don't have any rope in it. That sounds good. I will just wait until daylight. This is crazy, so. So I've been circling this area now for a couple of hours, waiting for daylight. and I'm gonna give it a try to get in. It's strong winds and quite fresh, but I think we're gonna do it. I'm just scouting for fishing boats. They are everywhere, and here's also the whole island itself. Wow! So I'm getting closer. I've never been this close. Here I am. So here we are, Lindisfarne and the Holy Island. Wow!
So this is Lindisfarne, where the Norwegian Vikings made landfall for the first time in England more than 1,000 years ago, probably on this very beach. The brutal story tells they looted and plundered this local monastery for all its value. Not far away across the bay sits one of the most iconic landmarks in the UK, the Lindisfarne Castle. I could not wait to start exploring this tidal island, only accessible by foot on low water. But the big difference between low and high water, combined with strong currents and winds, was about to create more than enough challenges to complete my landfall on this spectacular historical place.
So now I'm just gonna go and figure out a good spot for anchoring. It looks incredible here. Beautiful. And we're gonna take a little bit of a rest. So that's us anchored, and we are stuck on the seabed here. But now let's rest, and let's explore Lindisfarne together. And last but not least, cheers! Oh, worth every 360 nautical miles.
I didn't get more than a few hours to rest before another gale arrived, and it was obviously not going anywhere.
We're hanging in the same spot anyway, luckily.
The waves and swells was too much to get safely on shore with my small 2.3 meter dinghy.
Look at the strong current there.
During the day, the high water came in, creating strong currents and filling the anchorage bay with water, leaving a much bigger area of sea for the waves to pick up in the strong wind. Now, the museums and castle was open for the public, but it was too risky to use the dinghy. During the afternoon and evening, the bay was drained, leaving a much smaller sea surface for the waves to build. The wind also calmed down, but now the landing pier was dried out and the shops were closed. I decided to spend the waiting time to try fixing an issue.
35 knots. It was reported 17 knots now on windy. But what a beautiful place this is. So as the low water came down, so did the waves. So that was a bit nice. And I'm gonna try to open up to check for the Webasto and try to fix it. So I removed all the cans here, and the Webasto is behind there. It's salt everywhere here. There we go, it's full of water. I need to get to empty it out somehow.
To try reviving the diesel heater, I removed the flooded exhaust pipe to drain it. This will in most cases solve the problem.
Webasto's out.
To get rid of any salt water and moist, I also stripped the burner to try heating up the unit using the engine defroster.
It's good on the outside, but not so good on the inside. Get some hot air into here, and maybe it'll fix it. So I'm trying to heat up the Webasto internally by the engine heat. Then plug it in and see what happens. All done. All connections on. 3, 2, 1. No, straight to home H2. I gave it my best. Alright.
On day 3, my patience ran out, as it was obvious that the wind was definitely here to stay. If I should have any chance of making landfall to explore this island, which was the sole reason for this trip, I had to give it a shot now. I was closing in on the date for my lecture in Aanderaa, 1 day sailing away. My backpack had some extra clothes and shoes in it. I figured if we capsized, both me and the dinghy would drift neatly ashore with the wind still giving me a chance to explore Lindisfarne. The short downwind trip went quickly and better than expected, and suddenly I could grip onto the pier.
It feels weird to be on shore again, to step on dry land. I'm so excited. So Tessie is way out there now. So I had downwind with the dinghy in, so it's going to be very interesting to go upwind in that crap with that little dinghy.
It was time to explore the Lindisfarne castle.
Let's check it out.
From mid-1500 to 1800, the castle was garrisoned by the government during the Scottish and Civil Wars and the Jacobite Rebellion due to its close location to the Scottish border. In 1901, Mr. Edward Hudson, the owner of Country Life magazine, took over the castle and renovated it dramatically to use it as a holiday residence. The interior was largely modified, adding hallways and stairs leading to several dining rooms and guest bedrooms. His intention was to be able to invite his friends and family to summer parties and other gatherings and events.
Can't imagine how it would be to sleep here. Have a good night's sleep in this castle on this bed. With your own fireplace. This is incredible view of the North Sea. This must be the master bedroom.
Mr. Hudson sure knew how to enjoy an extravagant lifestyle, which was shown around every corner of the castle's interior.
That's so cool, type flooding machine. There's the kitchen. Party food was made.
As the time went by, I had to go to a lookout point to see that Tessie was still hanging around in the gale. Yep, still there. My last visit was to Lindisfarne Priory. This is the very place the Vikings made their landfall in year 793 and attacked the monastery, killing several of the monks and looted and plundered the Sacred Heart of the Northumbrian Kingdom. The very place where the Christian religion began in the nation. The ruins standing today are from the early 12th century, when Norman monks from Durham Cathedral founded a new community here. A monument marks the burial site of St. Cuthberg, one of England's most famous saints 1300 years ago. The site clearly shows how the priory was built up with many different rooms and halls, accommodating the community of the monks. It's an incredible piece of history, which I'm very glad and proud to be able to share with you. The gates of Valhalla is waiting for all of us. All we can do is to fulfill our mission while existing. Life is full of surprises, obstacles, and challenges. You just have to deal with them one by one. Don't rush too much, make a good plan, and do as many attempts as it takes. And you'll get there in the end.
I'm soaking wet. Oh, great. I'm gonna take a Tessie shower. Alright, so after 3 days lying at anchor here, 30 knots every day, not coming down at all, I finally took a chance to take the boat and get to shore. Didn't feel very safe, but we managed, and Lindisfarne is conquered once again. No, I'm kidding, it's not. I came in peace, and now I'm just gonna have a beer. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
In next episode, I sail the distance from Lindisfarne to Aanderaa to do my lecture in their beautiful church. Here I met Silje and the rest of my family. To my big surprise,
We'll go more downwind.
Silje wanted to join me on the rest of the sail to Peterhead and back home across the North Sea.
Sunshine and wind.
You don't want to miss this one. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram for news and updates. Support my future expeditions on Patreon or PayPal. Get your NBJS merchandise following the link in the video description. And get your NBJS burgee by ordering one at my website at nbjs.no or just send me an email to post@nbjs.no. I also travel around Europe with my lecture about how I ended up living off my sailing. Check my website for details. See you soon, Erik.